Meet Mark Dippy DePenna and Andrew Pitt.
Boom.
Mark's a born and bred Shire local and has surfed North Cronulla Beach for 44 years. He's seen his fair share of decent swells, and now Mark wants to improve the iconic break he has surfed since he was 12. Using sand that is dredged every 4 years from nearby Port Hacking estuary, Mark wants to create a temporary sandbank that will improve the waves formation off the popular North Cronulla seawall.
That area there, as you can see, there's mainly 2 breaks at the moment. We want to have our sand formated about 100 metres off the back of the break to have it as a wave focusing point, so that when the swells come in, they are bent and refracted to create peaks, and that's what as surfers we want. We want more peaks on the beach. So instead of having one straight wave, we've got a series of peaks to spread the crowd and also to enhance good surfing.
In 2008, the Cronulla area was declared a National Surfing Reserve and is home to a tight-knit surfing community, including former world champion Mark Palupo. Mark's dream of the artificial sandbank won't produce waves such as this instantly, but is intended to improve day-to-day surf conditions at the break. For years though, Mark's dream remained only that.
This little pipe dream of mine has been pushed around for a few years here. Since I met Andrew Pitt, who got behind what I wanted to do and actually designed a proposal that was very credible.
Andrew Pitt is a passionate surfer and landscaper who 20 years ago combined the 2 pursuits to become a surfing reef architect. In 2010, Andrew and Mark formed the Bate Sand Placement Committee, and in February, Andrew's proposal for the sandbank was put to Sutherland Shire Council.
This is a plan of what we're doing. Here's the Cronulla Beach along here, and there's the seawall there. This is our sand placement template where we'll place 45,000 cubic metres of sand in this area here, which is about 200 metres long by 100 metres wide. We expect the waves will break out here as peaks, and we expect that as the waves advance forward, they'll slightly refract around this feature here and then break as peaks just inshore of it, and that's probably in typical wave heights of 1 metre to 2 metres high.
Council recently approved the proposal, and the dredging of Port Hacking is set to begin in August and is expected to take 6 to 8 weeks to complete.
The idea is to place the sand in a configuration that will temporarily improve surf conditions out there. We need to place the sand off Cronulla Beach anyway, and that has other benefits to re-nourish the beach, so it's a win-win for everybody.
Local surf groups and the wider community have responded well to the idea, and the Bate Bay Sand Placement Committee is confident the scheme will be successful.
But if we can show the general surfing public that our proposal and the result of creates good waves, then we can see next time of doing it on a more permanent basis.
Council would be open to the idea of looking at a more permanent structure. That would have to be supported by appropriate studies. The big concern is the long-term impact on ecology, hydraulic impacts on the shoreline, that sort of thing. So,
while support for artificial reefs and man-made breaks slowly increases, many surfers are reluctant to interfere with their natural resource.
I think what a lot of people forget is too that, especially on the east coast of Australia here, we've got a lot of man-made breaks already. We've got a lot of break walls, training walls. They're already creating great, fantastic surf, and they're from the influence of human development on the coast. So I don't think there's been this stereotype that human development on the coast is always negative, and I don't think that's entirely correct.
As well as improving surf spots, artificial reefs and beach nourishment projects have been identified as potential means of preventing beach erosion, with recent projects proposed at Old Bar near Taree and on the North Shore at Collaroy and Narrabeen. With predictions rising sea levels will place many of Sydney's beachfront properties at risk, multi-purpose reefs that both protect the shoreline and increase recreational opportunities could well be the answer.
The major thing driving the agenda I see is climate change and how do we adapt. And I think from what I can see is property owners aren't prepared to sort of just pack up and walk away. So I think that's what's really driving the agenda. I think as surfers, as people in the community, we need to make sure that we also benefit from those projects, because at the moment we're not.
And it's these surfers that will keep pushing to protect and improve Australia's surf spots.
Started when I was 12, and I haven't lost the passion. So that's why I'd love to see this artificial reef coming by. It'd be great to have a perfect wave.